Let me begin with a question that many founders quietly ask. How do I know if my sales is actually improving? Not in theory, not in effort, but in reality. Because when you are building or restructuring your sales system, results do not change immediately. Revenue still fluctuates, deals still move unpredictably, and that creates doubt. You begin to wonder, is this working? Are we moving in the right direction? Or are we just changing things without real impact? This is where most founders make a critical mistake. They look only at final outcomes. But the truth is, sales stabilization begins much earlier. Before revenue stabilizes, signals begin to change. And if you can recognize those signals, you gain confidence in the direction you are building. Now, let me talk on the concept. I call it the delay between effort and outcome. Sales has a natural lag. What you do today does not always reflect immediately in revenue. Deals take time, decisions take time, customer journeys take time. So if you rely only on revenue numbers to evaluate progress, you will always feel uncertain. Because numbers are a delayed reflection of system strength. But signals, subtle operational signals, start changing earlier, and those signals tell you whether the system is stabilizing. Now, let me share what are those signals. Signal 1 is conversations become more structured. One of the earliest signs of stabilization is a change in how sales conversations happen. Earlier conversations may have been inconsistent. Different salespeople approached customers differently. Discussions moved without a clear direction. But as systems begin to stabilize, conversations start becoming more structured. Salespeople ask better questions. They follow a clearer flow. They understand what information needs to be captured. Even if deals are not closing immediately, the quality of interaction improves, and that is a strong early signal, because better conversations lead to better opportunities. Signal number 2 is pipeline becomes more understandable. In chaotic sales environments, the pipeline often feels confusing. Deals are there, but clarity is missing. Which deals are real? Which ones are progressing? Which ones are stuck? No one knows with certainty. But when stabilization begins, something changes. The pipeline becomes more interpretable. You can look at it and understand where each deal stands, what stage it is in, what the next step is. This clarity reduces confusion, and more importantly, it improves decision making, because now you are not guessing, you are observing. Signal number 3 is fewer surprises. One of the most powerful indicators of sales stabilization is the reduction of surprises. In unstable systems, surprises are frequent. A deal that looked strong suddenly disappears. A customer delays without warning. A pipeline that seemed healthy suddenly weakens. But as systems improve, surprises reduce, not because problems disappear, but because signals appear earlier. You begin to see which deals are slowing down, which opportunities are weak, which conversations are not progressing. This allows you to act earlier, and that is a clear sign of stabilization. Let me share something from my own journey. When I was managing large sales responsibilities, there were phases where numbers fluctuated. During those times, the biggest challenge was not just performance, it was unpredictability. But as systems improved, I noticed something interesting. Even before revenue stabilized, visibility improved. I could see which deals were progressing. I could identify risks earlier. I could anticipate gaps. That gave me confidence. Because even though results had not fully stabilized, the system had started stabilizing. And once the system stabilizes, results follow. Signal number 4 is sales reviews become meaningful. Another important shift happens in sales reviews. Earlier, reviews may have felt repetitive. Numbers were discussed, targets were mentioned, but decisions were unclear. As stabilization begins, reviews becomes more meaningful. Discussions focus on deal progression, decision blockers, stage movement. Instead of asking what is happening, the conversation becomes what needs to be done next. This shift from reporting to decision making is a strong indicator of maturity. Signal number 5 is reduced founder dependency. One of the most important signals is the reduction of founder dependency. In unstable systems, founders are deeply involved in sales. They intervene in deals, they guide conversations, they take critical decisions. But as systems stabilize, the team begins handling more independently. Salespeople becomes more confident. Managers take ownership. The system starts functioning without constant intervention. This does not mean the founder becomes inactive. It means the founder becomes less reactive, and that is a powerful transition. Signal number 6 is emotional stability begins to improve. This is a subtle but very important signal. When sales is unstable, founders experience emotional fluctuations. Good days feel very good, but days feel very heavy. Bad days feel very heavy. But as stabilization begins, emotional volatility reduces. The founder becomes calmer because clarity improves. Instead of reacting to every deal, they begin observing patterns. And this emotional stability is not a soft outcome. It is a strategic advantage because calm leaders make better decisions. Now, the question is why most founders miss these signals? Most founders miss these early signals for one reason. They are looking only at outcomes. They want to see higher revenue, more closers, better months. But outcomes are lag indicators. They reflect what has already happened. Signals, on the other hand, are leading indicators. They show what is beginning to change. If you train yourself to observe signals, you gain early confidence, and that confidence allows you to stay committed to the system. Now, let me talk about a founder's mindset shift. And the real shift happens when a founder moves from "Are we closing more deals?" or the question shifts to "Is our system becoming clearer?" Because if the system becomes clear, outcomes will improve. But if you chase outcomes without improving the system, instability continues. This is where many MSMEs get stuck. They keep pushing for results instead of strengthening the process. Now, these are the three questions to reflect on. If you want to assess whether your sales is stabilizing, ask yourself these simple questions. Are our customer conversations becoming more structured? Is our pipeline easier to understand today than before? Are we experiencing fewer unexpected surprises in deals? If the answer to these questions is yes, even partially, your system is moving in the right direction. Sales stabilization is not a sudden event, it is a gradual shift. First, conversations improve, then clarity improves, then predictability improves, and finally, results stabilize. If you wait only for results, you will miss the journey. If you observe the signals, you will recognize progress early, and that early recognition builds confidence because you realize that the system is working even before the numbers fully reflect it. If this episode helped you recognize the early signals of sales stabilization, consider sharing it with another MSME founder or sales leader who might be building their sales system right now. You can also follow the MSME Growth Hub podcast as we continue exploring how businesses can move from sales chaos to structured clarity.